Filling out a background check questionnaire with a new employer can be tricky if you've been charged with a criminal offense in the past. And the reason that this can be tricky is because not all background checks are created equally, and not all background check questionnaires are created equally either. And what I mean by that is, typically speaking, the people who have drafted these questionnaires are not attorneys, and they are not familiar with the very subtle but important distinctions between being charged with a crime, being arrested for a crime, and being convicted of a crime. And you want to make sure that you understand this terminology when you're filling out these questionnaires, because while it is important to be honest and candid, you do not want to over-disclose either. So for instance, if there is a question about whether or not you've been arrested, one of the traps that people often inadvertently fall into is they think if they went to court and their charges were dismissed, they tend to think that it's okay to answer, no, I've never been arrested. And the problem with that is that although your charges may have been dismissed, there may, and in fact, likely there is still a record of your arrest. And so if that background check comes back positive for an arrest, what usually happens is that the conversation about you coming on board with the new company is therefore foreclosed. And it's not necessarily because you've been arrested for a crime, but rather it's because you did not disclose it on your questionnaire. So you want to be very careful when filling out these background checks. If you had a lawyer in your criminal case, make sure you reach out to that lawyer and ask them what you should fill out as you're filling out that questionnaire. And if you're not sure, you can always reach out to a criminal defense attorney who should be able to walk you through those steps.